everyone. Good morning to all of you. I, Rupali Singh, welcome you all in our channel GS World. So yes, a student, I am late today. Actually, I am not late. Alright, some technical issue is there. Alright, and sometimes we have to arrange PDF also. So that takes time. Alright, and before my class one more class was running. Alright, so for everything, alright, for managing all these things, it takes time of 5 to 10 minutes. So maybe it would be a time like 8:30, like your class would start by 8:30. Alright, so don't you worry. I will cover your time. Alright, I will take your 1 hour class only. I will not be leaving you before. Alright, so your class would be 1 hour, whether it starts from 8:15, 8:20, 8:25, or whether it is 8:30. Alright, so you have to wait for a few minutes. Alright, to let your classes start. So and yes, I'm sorry for this thing that I'm late today. Alright, so don't worry. Alright, you make it a habit, like your class may be 5 to 10 minutes late sometimes. Alright, so let's start our session. So I think all the students are present here. Mark your present by liking the session once. Alright, so I can see your names: Rahul, Ripunjay, Aurangzeb, Lalit, Sushil, Pradeep, Deepak. Alright, very good morning to all of you. Alright, someone is saying that please call ma'am. Alright, nobody has my number. Alright, but yes, I will give you my number, and it will be 24/7 available, and you can note it down. And yes, my number is 112. Alright, you can call on this number at any time, and your call will be received, and you would be you would be provided with whatever service you wanted. Alright, this is my mobile number. Okay, so jokes apart, now we will move forward for our session. And what is important in today's session? Firstly, I will give you some of the highlights. So in our highlights, we would be having our QR session, and in our quick revision session today, we are not going to discuss about Ring of Fire or Indonesia. Today we are going to discuss about Arctic Science Ministerial Meeting. As you all know that India participated in this third meeting of Arctic Science Ministerial Meeting, and we have to understand this topic in detail. Alright, what is the importance of this topic? What are the countries that are participant in this? What is your Arctic Circle? What is Arctic Council? What is the difference between Arctic Council and Arctic Science Ministerial Meeting? So we will discuss about these things. Then we would be having top headlines of today's, and later on we will be discussing our practice questions for all of you. Alright, so okay, Rahul, thank you so much if you share it in your WhatsApp group. So before moving forward, I again request all of you to please like the session, share it with your friends in your WhatsApp group, in educational groups, Telegram, social networking sites, wherever you want to share it. And please subscribe the channel if you are new to this channel, and do not forget to press the bell icon. Alright, so let's start our session. This is our Telegram channel, and if you are the student of this class, then you should have this channel so that you can get all the PDF and study materials. Alright, so let's begin our QR session, in which we would study about our Arctic Science Ministerial. Alright, and if we talk about Arctic Science Ministerial, you know that this year was your third Science Ministerial meeting, in which various countries were participant. Alright, and apart from participating, India is also the observer which has participated, and our health minister Dr. Harshvardhan participated in this meeting. Alright, and where was this organized? This meeting was organized jointly by Japan and Iceland. Alright, so now you have to understand that in this meeting there are two parts. Alright, number one is your Arctic Science Ministerial, in which your 12 observer member countries are there. Alright, not 12, these are 13 in number. Alright, including India, these are 13 in numbers that are your observer member countries. And apart from this, there are 8 member countries that are the participant of this ministerial meeting, and these are the 8 countries from Arctic Council. Alright, so here we will be discussing all these things. Alright, so let's see that this is the map of world. Alright, in which you can see that here some of the countries, that is the participant participant, or that are your observer country, I'm going to mention over here. So over here, your China is there, which is the observer country of this Arctic Science Ministerial meeting. Apart from this, there is one country, that is Japan. It is also the participant country. All right, I hope that this would not be clear to you. Okay, so this is your China. Okay, Japan is there. Apart from this, all right, here it is your Spain, okay, France, Germany, and Poland. All right. Next is your Netherlands. That is one of the participant observer country. All right. Here comes your United Kingdom. Okay, and this small part is your Switzerland. Okay, these are the countries that are the participant of this this Arctic Science Ministerial meeting. And apart from this, one more country is there, that is Italy. Okay, so how many countries are there? All right, it has included 9 countries, and some other countries are also there that are the participant that we will be covering after that. All right, so here you can see that these are the countries that are the participant countries. All right, and here it is located. Your Singapore is there. All right, Singapore is located over here, and one more country, that is South Korea, is also the participant. You all know India is the participant country. All right, and this region is your South Korea. And apart from this, this is your India. That are the observer countries. That are the observer countries of your Arctic Science Ministerial meeting. All right. Now we will discuss about this thing in detail. So, what is the context of this Arctic Science Ministerial? The context is that India is participating in the 3rd Arctic Science Ministerial meeting, ASM3. That is the global platform for discussing research and cooperation in the Arctic region. Now you have to understand that what is your Arctic region. All right, so here you can see it in the map, also in the figure, that this region is known as the Arctic region. Here you can see that it is your North Pole. All right, this is your North Pole, and this is your Arctic Ocean. And this circle, if we draw a circle like this, and this would be called as your Arctic Circle, and those areas that come inside this circle are known as your Arctic regions. All right, and some parts of the countries also comes in under this. So you have to understand that what are these countries, like Russia, Finland, Sweden, Norway, Iceland, Denmark and Greenland, Canada, Alaska and United States. So these are the countries, these are the 8 countries that are the part of your Arctic region that you have to understand. Okay. Okay, Sushil, yes, a little bit it is not clear. Okay, which map you are talking about? This one. Okay, so just get an idea. All right, just get an idea. All right, you can find this map. You can find this map on Google also, and from there you can understand this thing. All right, I think this would be clear that this is your North Pole region in the center. All right, and this is your Arctic Ocean. Then these regions are your Arctic regions that comes inside this Arctic Circle. All right, what are these regions? Russia, Finland, Sweden, Norway, Iceland, Denmark, Canada, or Alaska in United States. All right, so if you have a world map, if previous map is not clear, then take a world map, all right, and mark all the observer countries in your world map by yourself. All right, this is your task that you have to do, but I am just mentioning over here that these are the countries, and this job can be done by you also. Okay, Satyam, I am not very fast. Actually, you are slow. Okay, Satyam, Priyanka, whoever is there, and today actually I am speaking very slow. All right, my speed is not at all fast. So if you are not catching me still, then you are slow and you have to make yourself fast. All right, I cannot help you in this thing. Okay, because we have to cover lots of things. All right, we have to cover so much of news, and then too, I'm going slow, and if you are complaining like this only at this time also, then I cannot help you. Okay, it's not fast actually. Okay, you have to cope up with this speed. Next point is some of the key facts. All right, and if we talk about the key facts of Arctic ministerial meeting, so you have to understand that your first meeting was held in 2016 at which place, or it was organized by which country? So it was organized by United States of America. If we talk about the second meeting of Arctic Science Ministerial, so these are the meetings that were organized in the year 2018, and it was organized by the country Germany. All right, this you have to understand. Next point is ASM 3, that is in this year. All right, in this year, that is 2021, your third meeting of Arctic Science Ministerial was held, and it was jointly organized by two countries, that is your Iceland, which is the part of your Arctic Council or Arctic region. All right, this comes under your Arctic region, and this becomes the part of your Arctic Council. And next is your Japan, which is the observer country, which is the observer member country of your this Arctic Science Ministerial. And it is the first ministerial meeting that is being held in Asia. All right, that is being held in Asia, that you have to understand. Okay, and apart from this, next point is the meeting is designed to provide opportunities to various stakeholders, and this is the most important point that you have to understand. All right, so now you have to learn it by heart. It should be in your fingertips, and it is very, very important for your examination that Arctic Science Ministerial first meeting was held in 2016, at which place USA in 2018. Your second meeting was organized by Germany, and this year, that is 2021, is the third meeting, and it is jointly organized by Iceland and Japan. All right, so let's move to our next point, and let's see what is your next point in this topic. It is designed. All right, we have just seen that it is designed to provide opportunities to various stakeholders to enhance collective understanding of the Arctic region, emphasize and engage in constant monitoring, and strengthen the observation. Very, very important is the theme of this year for the Arctic Science Ministerial meeting. And what is its theme? Its theme is knowledge for a sustainable Arctic. Knowledge for a sustainable Arctic. Very important point that you have to learn by heart in for your examination. Okay, next you have to understand that what is the need for international collaboration and cooperation in maintaining the Arctic region. So what is it? So Arctic warming and its ice melt are global concerns, as they play a pivotal role in regulating climate, sea level, and maintaining biodiversity. All right, so you have to understand this thing, that what is the need for this Arctic Science Ministerial meeting. As you know that these are the Arctic regions, and if global warming occurs, then ice melts and it influences various regions in this Arctic region. So for their cooperation, for their maintenance, it is very important to held or organize such things. Moreover, there is growing evidence of connection between the Arctic and the Indian Ocean, which modulates the India monsoon, and this is also very important for India also. And when we talk about what is the relation between India and the Arctic, all right, so since 2013, India enjoys observer status in the Arctic Council with 12 other countries. All right, and since 2013, it has been given the observer status country. All right, but after some years, your status was expired. But in the year 2018, this status is again renewed. All right, so you have to understand. Yes, Sushil, actually due to some of the reasons, today's matter was typed from somewhere else, all right, from Delhi, because here no typist was free, all right, and yesterday and today is the festival of Eid also, so some of our technical team is busy in that portion, so that is why little bit of hassle material is there in today's session. Okay, so but you can manage this thing for 1 or 2 days. Okay, so what are the other countries apart from India, these are China, France, Germany, Italy, Japan and Netherlands. I have shown you in the map also, and you have to also mention these countries in your world map, in your world political world map. Apart from this, there is Poland, Singapore, South Korea, Spain, Switzerland and United Kingdom. We have already discussed this point earlier in our sessions. Next point that you have to remember is that there are Arctic Council. The Arctic Council, what is it? It is a high-level intergovernmental forum to promote cooperation, coordination and interaction towards sustainable development and environmental protection in the Arctic. As part of the Arctic Council, India contributes to the international deliberations to develop effective cooperative partnership towards a safe, stable and secure Arctic. Alright, and if we talk about the Arctic regions, you have seen that how many countries are there? There are 8 countries. Alright, and what are these countries? These are your Canada, Iceland, Denmark, alright, and this is your Finland also there. All right, apart from this, there is Russia, all right, and United States of America is there. All right, apart from this, you have your other countries like Netherlands is there. All right, and these are the countries that are the parts of your Arctic Council. India's engagement with the Arctic dates back to 1920 with the signing of the Svalbard Treaty in Paris. All right, what is the, if you talk about the relationship, between India and the Arctic regions, so it dates back to 1920 when India signed one of the treaty in Paris, and it is named as Svalbard Treaty. And since July 2008, India has a permanent research station in the Arctic. And what is it called? It is known as Himadri in Norway. Alright, apart from this, it has deployed a multi-sensor mode observatory also, that is known as IND-ARC, that is IND for India and ARC for Arctic, and since July 2014. And it is also very, very important point for your examination, right? That which observatory is located in Arctic region by the country India. So it is called as IND-ARC. Alright, and it was established in which year? It was established in 2014. Alright, students, if you are preparing for UPSC, then the relation between India and other countries or India or any other organization is very important for your examination, and that is why you have to understand this thing. The research in the Arctic region from India is coordinated, conducted and promoted by the National Center for Polar and Ocean Research, NCPOR, Goa, under the Ministry of Earth Sciences, Government of India. Alright, so again, this is the important fact to remember for all of you. Alright, so now before moving forward, I would take up the names of the council, names of the members of Arctic Council. Okay, so I would be giving you a trick. All right, member countries of Arctic Council. All right, and these are considered as your Arctic Council and Arctic regions also. All right, so what is the trick to remember all these countries? All right, how you have to remember? You can remember with this thing. All right, CID fin run to Sweden. All right, and now you have to understand that there are 8 countries. There are 8 countries in Arctic Council. What are these countries? All right, from C. Okay, from C it would be your Canada. Okay, from I it is Iceland. Okay, this is your Denmark, which comes in the which comes in your like Greenland region. All right, Greenland area. If we talk about Finn, then it is your Finland. All right, from R it is Russia. All right, and here It is USA, and in USA, which region comes under Arctic region? It is your Alaska. Alright, from N, it is your Norway, and the last country is your Sweden itself. Alright, so these are the 8 countries you have to remember for your Arctic Council, or these comes under the Arctic region also. What are these countries and how you have to remember? You have to remember that there is a person whose name is Finn and who is a CID officer. So CID Finn run to Sweden. In this way, this is the memory key to remember all the countries of Arctic regions. From C, it is your Canada. From I, it is Iceland. D for Denmark. Finn means Finland. Alright, and 2 doesn't make sense. R for Russia. U for USA, and in USA it is your Alaska. That comes under this region. Next is your Norway, and then comes your Sweden. So these are the 8 countries you have to remember. Okay, Praveen, if you are new student, then you are most welcome in the platform of GS World. All right, so this was the QR session that we have taken. Now comes our top headlines. All right, and what are these top headlines? Let's discuss. So first of all, you have to understand there is a classification of India's variants, and it has become a global concern. All right, so there is one of the new variant that is found in India, and it has become a concern for India because World Health Organization has declared it as a concern. All right, so if we talk about this, variant, what is its name? It is your B.1617. This is the name of the variant that is found in India, and it is found in more than 17 countries. It has traveled. All right, and it has been sent to United Kingdom also for various investigations. And recently, World Health Organization has declared it as a global concern. All right, so World Health Organization has classified B.1.617 coronavirus variant first identified in India as a global variant of concern, and this variant was classified as a variant under investigation, all right, by authorities in the United Kingdom earlier in May. So this is the important fact that you have to understand. All right, so you have to, Akash, if you are not getting my points, all right, maybe you are Hindi medium student, that is why you are not understanding this topic. All right, and if you are new to this class, all right, if this is your first day, then absolutely you will not understand anything. All right, because this is your current affairs session, and in your current affairs session you have to understand that there is a sequence of things. All right, like we have discussed Arctic Science Ministerial meeting, so we have already discussed some questions related to this topic. We have already discussed this thing in short, but today I have taken your QR session, that is your quick revision session, in which I have taken it in detail also. Okay, so you have to understand this thing. Next point is that you have to understand that all the headlines, if you are not reading newspapers, if you are not listening to news, then definitely you would not be getting my points. Alright, you have to be very, if you are, or otherwise, if you are not doing such things, then you have to be regular for 3 to 4 days, then only you would be able to understand my class. Okay, so Akash, if you are new to if you are new here, then you have to continue classes for 3 to 4 days. All right, and if you are not getting any point in English, then you need to attend the Hindi medium classes, not English medium classes. Okay, so let's move to our let's get back to our point. So now you have to understand, and you have to remember one thing. All right, what is the name? The question can be asked that what is the name of the new coronavirus variant that is found in India, and what is its name? It is B.1.617. Which organization? Next question is, which organization declared it as a global concern? So it is your World Health Organization. All right, and you have to learn one more thing. You have to memorize one more thing, that that authorities of which country have done an investigation related to this variant. So it is your United Kingdom. All right, not USA or World Health Organization. it is your United Kingdom that has classified it as a variant investigation by authorities of the United Kingdom. Okay, and it has already spread to more than 17 countries. All right, that is why it is very much in concern, because it has already spread to more than 17 countries. And last week the Indian government said that this variant, also called the double mutant variant, and it could be linked to a surge in the cases of coronavirus seen in some states. All right, so you have to understand this thing, that this can be called as your double mutant variant. And how it is working, we will understand that apart from B.1.617, one another variant was also there, that is your SARS-CoV-2. All right, this was the variant that has been spread widely. All right, it has shown some evidence in various parts of the world. So apart from SARS-CoV-2, this is your new variant that is spreading very fast. Next point is, how do variants of a virus emerge and why? Alright, so variants of a virus have one or more mutations, alright, that differentiate it from other variants that are in circulation. Alright, so today I would be showing you a diagram, and you would understand that how these variants of a virus emerge and why. Alright, so no, there is no terrific reason behind it. Okay, Sushil, there are some of the scientific names. All right, so like they have been named by the various scientists or the researchers. All right, so maybe this is your RNA count or something, so that is why it is named like this. Arvind Meena is here. Very good morning, Arvind. And Bihar Wale Vinay is here. Okay, so good morning. Hari Prakash, Rahul Nikam, very good morning and welcome to all of you in the platform of GS World. Essentially, the goal of the virus is to reach a stage where it can cohabitate with humans because it needs a host to survive. Alright, so you have to understand that virus has no use. Virus is inactive if it does not get any host. And what is the host body? It is the human body that acts as the host for that virus. And errors in the viral RNA are called mutations, and viruses with these mutations are called variants, and variants could differ by single or many mutations. All right, so you have to understand that if viral if viruses consist of RNA, then it would be called as your mutation. And if these mutations and viruses with these mutations are called variants, and if they differ by single or different mutations, then this would be called as your variants. All right, so let me show you with the help of a diagram that how these variants are formed. All right, so if we talk about the variants, so this can be formed as this thing. Okay, so this is your, if you talk about this thing, so this is your parent variant. Okay, this is the parent variant. All right, it would be it will consist of RNA. Okay, and here you can see it. Okay, and when it goes under mutation, all right, and then what happened, that these RNA consist with these other parent variant. All right, these meet up with these parent variant, and then what happened, that these include these RNA, and this will become a variant. All right, and this will become a variant with different RNAs. Okay, these RNAs would be consist of here. All right, and these will become your variant. After getting through the process of mutation, this would become a variant. All right, and later on, all right, when you are getting the point that there is when you have heard that these are your strains, all right, then what happened, that both of these variant and parent variant, these consist of and after the comprising, that means after the meeting of all these parent variant with different RNAs, then it becomes like your new RNA, and this would become your new strain. All right, and this would become your new strain with different RNAs and different behavior also, with different RNAs and new behavior also. Okay, this is the process. This is the process of getting your new behavior, new strains. All right, so you have to understand this thing. Yes, I know this topic is boring, and your education or study is not at all interesting every time. All right, so sometimes you have to understand boring topics also, and sometimes you have to understand you will get some interesting topics also. So now we will move forward to our next topic. And what is your next topic? It is your Pakistan government to set new rules to meet FATF demands. If we talk about FATF demands, so what are these? These are your Financial Action Task Force, all right, which is located in Paris. And what does it do? It blacklists or grey listed some of the countries on the basis of fundings that are provided by the various countries that is illegal. All right, so that is why Pakistan was there, or it was blacklisted by the FATF. So what are these important news? So let's discuss. So Pakistan is ready to implement new rules related to money laundering and terror financing cases to get out of FATF's grey list. All right, what are these grey list and blacklist? If we talk about grey list, what are these? Grey list are the list that some of the countries which provide funds to terrorism, all right, that provides financial help to terrorism, or that promotes money laundering, then these countries are listed in the grey list. They would be given warning to stop these things. All right, and if they don't stop such things, then they would be blacklisted. All right, and what is the meaning of grey list and blacklist? Under grey list, what happened that most of the countries will stop contacting, or stop contacting or stop cooperation with those country. Funds will be stopped from various organizations, and if they are blacklisted, then everything that is any of the fundings and any of the cooperation will be stopped, or any relationship with that country will be stopped. All right, so you have to understand that what is the grey list and blacklist. This includes transfer of investigation and prosecution. All right, you have to understand that what are the implementations that is being made by Pakistan. So this will include transfer of investigation and prosecution of anti-money laundering cases from the police, and set up provincial anti-corruption establishment and other similar specialized agencies. So Pakistan is implementing that these cases, like the anti-money laundering cases that are at present dealt by police, these would be concluded, and from now onwards your special agency would be handling all these cases. Next point is China is threatening Bangladesh on the issue of joining quadrilateral countries. All right, so if we talk about quadrilateral countries, what is it? This is the informal organization of 4 countries. And what are these 4 countries? These are your India, this is your Japan, this is your United States, and this is your Australia. And if we join all these countries, so this makes a quadrilateral, and that is why this is known as your quadrilateral countries. All right, so recently, as you know, that Bangladesh is planning to join quad countries. So China is against this decision, and it is saying that they should not join, that Bangladesh should not join these quad countries, that because China is afraid that this will act as anti-China countries. All right, so that is why China is afraid out of this thing. So let's discuss. China has bluntly threatened Bangladesh with reprisals if it is considered any sort of participation in the Quad, warning that this will lead to a degrading of bilateral ties. Apart from this, the quadrilateral security dialogue includes which countries? India, Japan, United States, and Australia, and Beijing sees the Quad as an anti-China grouping. All right, so very important for your exam examination. You have to understand this point. What are the Quad countries? All right, so we will again take up Quad countries later on in detail. All right, some of what are the objectives of Quad countries, why it is known as the informal organization, when it is planning to have a formal organization. These issues we'll be discussing later on. All right, apart from this, if we, okay, yes, Shubham is asking that whether exam is postponed. Yes, Shubham, it is notified by the UPPSC and UPSC, like your both examinations, your UPSC examination that was going to be held in June, that is at the end of the June, it is postponed till October 2021, and your UPPSC examination, all right, your PCS examination of Uttar Pradesh, which was earlier on 13th of June, which was earlier planned to be held on 13th of June, it is also postponed till further notice. Okay, Shubham? Okay. Yes, Sakshi, I have your request on my mind, and definitely I will come up. All right, whenever, like tomorrow is Saturday, so I would be taking your revision class. So there I would not be discussing any topic. All right, so from Monday, all right, in your next week, I will definitely fulfill your demand. Okay, Sakshi, I promise you, and this is my promise, and I will definitely take your class of G7 and G20 countries. All right, don't worry at all. All right, whatever your request is there, you just mention in the comment box, and whenever I get time, I will definitely fulfill all your demands. All right, and this is for every student. All right, whichever student is studying from me, and if they want to study any topic from me, then they would mention in the comment box after the end of the session, because in live chat it is not possible for me to watch all your comments or all your demands. All right, so whatever your request is there, you can mention later on after the end of the session in the comment section. Okay, so Sheila is saying something. This is the Chinese laboratory infection and planning since 2015 in China. Then why the WHO did not take any action on it? So Sheila, this is a deep topic. All right, and I will explain it to you later on. Okay, there are some of the reasons that World Health Organization wasn't taking any action, because China plays an important role. It plays a majority role in your World Health Organization. All right, it gives funds also, and some of the other reasons are also. All right, so that is why World Health Organization is not the authority to take any action. All right, so some other reasons are also there that we will be discussed later on. All right, because I have to complete this session today. All right, not tomorrow. So Beijing also sees Quad countries as an anti-China grouping. Let's talk about next point. Next point is your National Register of Citizens. All right, where it is regulated in Assam. All right, so recently Himant Biswa Sarma, who is the new Chief Minister of Assam, has said that his coalition government favored 20% verification of the updated list of citizens in districts that shared a border with Bangladesh, and 10% in the remaining districts. All right, so this is the new decision that has been taken by Himant Biswa Sarma. And now, if it is the news, then what topic related to GS that you have to cover is your National Register Citizen. All right, National Register of Citizens. So you have to by yourself also. All right, it is not my duty only that I have to cover all your topics. I would be covering all your topics, but before that, if you want to understand all the topics by heart, if you want to perform well in your examination, so before I take up these topics in front of you, you have to prepare by yourself only. Okay, because when I would be taking your topics, then you have to keep mentioning over here that, ma'am, this is the thing that is going on. This is the National Register of Citizens. When was it implemented? What is the objective of the citizen? All right, why this register was opposed? So these are the facts that you have to prepare by yourself before taking of my class. Okay, so this is in the news, that is National Register of Citizen, in which state it is in Assam, and the Supreme Court had monitored the exercise of updating the NRC of 1951 in Assam. Now comes our next news, and you have heard about GDP forecast. Various organizations in the world used to forecast GDP for the financial year 22 or every year. All right, and recently again your new forecast has been found by various organizations. And what are these? ratings project, all right, which is the India's credit rating agency. All right, which is the India's credit rating agency, and recently your CARES ratings projects India's GDP forecast to 9.2% for financial year 22. So you have learned about what is the GDP forecast of Oxford Economics. Just write it down over here. All right, we have learned all these GDP forecast, Oxford Economics. All right, we have we have learned about ADB forecast. We have learned about World Bank forecast. All right, and apart from this, Goldman Sachs has also given the forecast. So you have to mention over here whenever I'm taking such types of topics. All right. So recently, which is the organization that has forecasted the GDP for financial year 22 for India? It is your which organization? It is your CARE ratings projects. All right. And this has forecasted 9.2% for financial year 22. Alright, so in the domestic rating agency, that is CARE Ratings, has revised the GDP growth forecast of India for the current fiscal year 2021-22 to 9.2%. Next point is, this is lower than 10.2% estimated earlier in April 2021. And next point is again next organization, that is HDFC Bank, has also projected its GDP forecast. And what is it? It has cut India's growth projection to 10% from 11.5% for the current financial year, citing the adverse effect of the second COVID-19 wave. So you have to understand now, like Sakshi has given me the answer that Asian Development Bank has forecasted its GDP, and earlier it was 8% and it is increased to 11%. IMF gives the GDP forecast to 12.5%. Oxford Economics gives the GDP to 10.2%. Goldman Sachs gives the GDP forecast to 10.5%. These are the ratings that you have to understand. All right. Apart from this, you have to understand that CARE ratings are 9.2% and HDFC ratings are 10%. Next point is, recently some of the clashes has been done. All right, and these clashes are between which countries? All right, let's discuss what is it about. So hostilities between Israel and Hamas escalated after the air strikes. All right, so there is one country, that is Israel, and another, that is your Hamas, and both of these countries, there are clashes going on between these countries. All right, and the Israeli military has bombarded rockets in different areas in Gaza, and it is the most intense air strikes in Gaza since 2014. Okay, apart from this, the Gaza-based Palestinian group, and the name of the group is Hamas, and it had red rockets towards Israel in protest of the clash between Israeli police and Palestinian protesters in the Al-Aqsa Mosque. So now, what are the important topics for your exam? You have to understand, you have to learn that where is Al-Aqsa Mosque. You have to understand that what is the importance of Al-Aqsa Mosque. Alright, next that you have to understand is that why there is clashes going on between Israeli police and Palestinian protesters. Who are these Palestinian protesters? These questions should be running in your mind, and you have to find the answers of these questions as your homework. Okay, and Al-Aqsa Mosque is located in Jerusalem, and it is the third holiest place for Muslims. All right, it is its importance. All right, and what is the capital of Israel? It is your Jerusalem. Absolutely correct, Priya Sharma. And Hanisai is giving the name of the prime minister over there, that is Benjamin Netanyahu, and Reuven Rivlin is the president of Israel. Okay, so you have to understand all these points, and you have to maintain a diary. You have to make notes of yours in which you have to mention these current affairs news, and then you have to cover all the related GS portion also of these questions. All right, and this would be asked in your examination. Apart from current affairs, whatever your GS portion is asked in your examination is some or the other way is related to your current affairs only. Okay, if you have heard that if you get a question in your examination like where is Al-Aqsa located, All right, Alaska Mosque is located at which place? All right, so you have to understand that Al-Aqsa comes in your GS portion, but as it was in the news, that is why this has taken as a question related to your GK portion in your examination. All right, what examiner do it? He doesn't read any book and then start finding the questions and put in your exam paper. All right, whatever in the news, these are the topics that are covered under your GS portion only. Okay, so yes, in your Nepal, in our neighboring country Nepal, your KP Sharma Oli government has dissolved recently, all right, and their new prime minister would be appointed. Next question is KP Sharma Oli loses weight of confidence in House of Representatives. If we talk about Nepal, it is our neighboring country, and it shares boundary with Uttar Pradesh also, and it shares 7 districts. It touches the boundary. It touches the boundary of Uttar Pradesh, and it shares boundary with 7 districts of Uttar Pradesh. We have discussed in our earlier session, in your yesterday session, while I was taking your class for UP Special. All right, at that time I have told you. And other boundaries of Nepal. Here it is your China. Or it shares boundary with China, and then other states are your Jharkhand, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, alright, and West Bengal and Sikkim. Alright, these are the states that shares boundary with your Nepal, and on the north side or northeast side is your China. Okay, so you have to understand this thing. This is just the map for your knowledge. Next, we have to understand that Nepal Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has lost the vote of confidence in the House of Representatives. Alright, and from which party he belongs? He belongs to National Congress Party, that is NCP. Okay, Honey Sai, it is not Nepal Communist Party, it is your National Congress Party. After the NCP, National Congress Party withdrew its support from the government, PM Oli faced a vote of confidence. Alright, and in January, KP Sharma Oli was expelled from the primary membership of the Nepal Communist Party for his decision to dissolve the parliament. Okay, and there is... You have to understand these points. All right, and other GDP forecast has also come, and these comes from your Moody's and United Nations. All right, Moody's has projected the GDP forecast, and United Nations has also projected the GDP forecast for financial year 22 for India. What are these forecasts? Let's discuss. So if we talk about Moody's project, so it has projected that India's forecast would for the financial year 22 would be 9.3%. All right, and earlier this rate was projected to 13.7% and 13.7%, and now it has cut down it has degraded its growth to 9.3%. Next is your Nomura. It is also the organization, and it revises GDP growth estimate of India in financial year 22 to 10.8% from earlier projection of 12.6%. And next is the United Nations. It has projected that the Indian economy would grow at 10.1% in the calendar year 22. Alright, now what is your job? What is your homework? That you have to make a list of all the organization at one side and all the GDP forecast on the other side, and you have to mention it all at one place only, because at your examination, it is very important to do revision, and if you maintain such type of notes, then it would be very easy for all of you to get to take your revision at the time of your examination. No hustling would be there, bustling would be there in your examination. Alright, what is your GDP? Yes, it is gross domestic product, and it is the market value of all the finished goods and services that has been done in the boundary line of the country within one financial year. Now comes your practice question session. Get ready with your keypads and start answering these questions. And before moving forward, I request all of you to please like the session and keep sharing it with your friends so that they can also join the session. And if you are new to this channel, so please subscribe the channel and press the notification bell icon. Next question is, what is the rank of India in the World Press Freedom Index 2021. If we talk about World Press Freedom Index, it was released on 20th of April, alright, 2021. What is the rank of India? You have to answer over here. And if we talk about World Press Freedom Day, so it is celebrated on which day? So it is celebrated on 3rd of World Press Freedom Day is celebrated on 3rd of May every year, alright. And what is its theme? You have to mention in the comment section. You have to mention the theme of World Press Index in the comment section. And absolutely, I'm getting the correct answer. What is it? 142 rank. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding World Press Freedom Day. Alright, and you are given with two statements. What are these two statements? United Nations General Assembly declared 3rd day to be, it is 3rd May, not 3rd day, it is 3rd May to be World Press Freedom Day in 1993. Alright, and second statement says that the theme of this year 2021 is right information during the pandemic. And you have to answer that. You have to choose the correct statement from the following codes. Alright, and what is your answer? Options are only first is correct, only second is correct, both first and second is correct, or none of the above statements are correct. So please answer this question. Alright, I'm giving you the statements over here. Okay, because this PDF is not made from here. Alright, so I don't have any access to proofread it, so that is why such types of problems we are facing today. All are correct. Okay, both are correct. Okay, let's see what is the correct answer of this question. Okay, you all are saying that both are correct, but here only first statement is correct and second is wrong. Why? Let's get back. The theme of this year 2021, why you are giving the wrong answers? I have already told you, I have already discussed World Press Freedom Day celebrated on 3rd of May every year. And what is its theme for the year 2021? It is your information as a public good. Alright, what is its theme? It is your information as a public good, and here you get information, and with this thing only you get confused that information is here then and information was there in the theme, so that is why you don't remember it and now you give the wrong answer. Alright, so you have to learn it by heart. What are the themes? Alright, what are the important days? We have already discussed also, and we keep discussing also. Okay, yes, Honey Sai has given the correct answer. That is first only. Alright, what is its theme? Yes, Bharat has given the correct answer, and the theme for this year is not your right information during the pandemic. It is your information as a public good. Information as a public good. Okay, now move to our next question. Okay, so what would be the correct answer? It would be only first. Next question is, who among the following has rolled out the project Oxygen on Wheels? Alright, you have to, yes, Ripunjay, if it is a repeated question, then also you are giving the wrong answers. Okay, this is absolutely very depressing to me that you all are giving the wrong answer of such a simple question. And if it is a repeated one also, and then this would be shameless for all of you, and this would be shameless for me also, that you are not giving the correct answer. Okay, so this is not done actually. Next question is given on your screen. Who among the following has rolled out the project Oxygen on Wheels? And Ripunjay, if you are saying that this is the repeated question, then you have to answer that Oxygen on Wheels is organized by which state? In which state it is commenced? It has commenced its operation. Alright, and who is the person? Who is the person among the following who has rolled out this project? Options are Anand Mahindra, Anil Dhirubhai Ambani, Gautam Shantilal Adani, or Ratan Naval Tata. And you have to also answer that in which state it is being launched. Alright, and yes, absolutely, what is the correct answer? Mahindra Group owner Anand Mahindra has rolled out the project Oxygen on Wheels, and in which state it is your Maharashtra? Which state is there? It is related to your Maharashtra. Okay, so Pratyush is here and he is saying Maharashtra is the correct answer. Next question is, who among the following is the winner of Portuguese Grand Prix 2021? Options are given. Options are Max Verstappen, Valtteri Bottas, Lewis Hamilton, or Sebastian Vettel. So you have to answer this question, that who has won recently Portuguese Grand Prix. Okay, so what is the correct answer of this question? The correct answer is your Lewis Hamilton. He won recently Portuguese Grand Prix. Next question is, what is the rank of India in the World Press Freedom Day? Okay, this question is wrong. Okay, this question is wrong. And what would be the question? The question would be, you have to consider the following statements. I'm giving you the question here. You have to consider the following statements related to World Asthma Day. Related to World Asthma Day. Alright, and here you are given with two statements. Number one statement is, it is celebrated every year on 4th of May. Next statement is, this year's theme is uncovering asthma misconceptions, and you have to answer whether only first statement is correct, only second statement is correct, both first and second statement is correct, or none of the above statements are correct. So please answer this question. So if you talk about World Asthma Day, so when it is celebrated every year, and what is the theme of this year? All right. Yes, absolutely. Ripunjay has given the correct answer, and only second statement is correct, because we do not celebrate World Asthma Day on 4th of May. Instead, when do we celebrate it? We celebrate it on 5th of May. Only two is correct. No, Honey Sai, first is wrong. Next question is, you have to consider the following statements regarding the enhanced trade partnership launched on 3rd May 2021. You are given with one statement. First statement is, Prime Ministers of India and United States launched an enhanced trade partnership ETP, which sets an ambitious target of more than doubling bilateral trade by 2040. Alright, and next statement is given that as part of the ETP, both the countries agreed on a guideline to negotiate a comprehensive and balanced FTA, which envisages an interim trade agreement to provide initial benefits. And you have to consider the correct, and you have to consider these statements, and you have to choose the correct statement from the following quotes. Alright, and here your options are, only first is correct. Alright, only second is correct, both first and second is correct, or none of the statements are correct. So please answer this question, that which of these statement is correct. Okay, so Dilip Raj is saying that only second is correct. All right, here I'm asking about your 7th question. All right, if you want to see your next statement, like first statement, then what is it? Here it is given. All right, so if you talk about ETP, all right, what is its name? Its full form is Enhanced Trade Partnership. All right, and Enhanced Trade Partnership is recently done between two countries. All right, between India and United Kingdom, not United States, between United Kingdom. There is a virtual meeting that has been held between India and United Kingdom's Prime Minister. Alright, both of the Prime Ministers participated in this virtual meeting between India and United Kingdom. And who are these Prime Ministers? Mr. Narendra Modi and Mr. Boris Johnson. Both of these Prime Ministers participated in the virtual meeting of your Enhanced Trade Partnership. Alright, so India and United Kingdom. And if we talk about the target, alright, so it is not your 2040, instead it is your 2030. All right, so you have to understand this point. So that is why your first statement is wrong and only second statement would be correct. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the monetary policy committee. All right, we have discussed yesterday about Reserve Bank of India, where I have told where I have given you some information regarding monetary policy committee also. So here it is a question regarding this monetary policy committee. So if we talk about this question, so your first statement was given that it was created in 1949 after the nationalization of Reserve Bank of India. Second statement is, it was created to bring transparency and accountability in deciding monetary policy. Third statement is, MPC determines the policy interest rate required to achieve the inflation target. And next point is that this committee comprises of 5 members, where governor of RBI acts as an ex officio chairman, and 3 members are from RBI and 2 are selected by the government. So you have to answer that why second is right. Bharat, which question? This question, why it is wrong? If it is not wrong, because this is not wrong, that is why it is right. Okay, there is no explanation for right things, Bharat. All right, why it is wrong, explanation could be given for this thing only. Okay, and but it's 2030. Yes, absolutely, Bharat. All right, and if we talk about the part of RTP, then ATP, then both the countries agreed on guideline. All right, this is the agreement, and that is done between both these countries for the negotiation of comprehensive and balanced FTA. Okay, that means free trade agreement, all right, which envisages an interim trade agreement to provide initial benefits. Okay, so let's discuss what is the question. Okay, so now you have understood I have read till here. So choose the correct statement from the following codes. Options are given. First and fourth only is correct. Second and third only is correct. All right, and you have to answer how many statements are given over here. You are given with four statements. All right, and then you have to answer that none of the above statements are correct. And next option is second, third, and fourth only is correct over here. So please answer this question. MPC has 6 members. Okay, let's discuss. Okay. Ripunjay is saying B. Okay, yes, absolutely. Your second and third statements are correct, and rest, your first and fourth statements are wrong. Why? Because if you talk about the first statement, so nationalization of RBI was done in the year 1949, but your MPC was established, it was created in the year 2016. All right, so that is why your first statement is wrong. And if we talk about the fourth statement, then again it does not consist of 5 members. How many members are there? These are your 6 in number, and 4 members would be from RBI and 2 are selected by the government. Okay, so you have to 3 plus 2, 4, and 1 is your governor. So that is why it becomes 6 in number. Okay. Supreme is saying something. Supreme, it is true, all right, but you never know that what is in your future. Okay, and if you are so much demotivated, if you would be so much depressed, then there would be no one that would help you. Okay, everyone is facing the same situation. Everyone is facing the same situation, so you have to be motivated. All right, you have to actually create a positive environment. All right, because everyone is in negative situation at this time. All right, everyone is facing some of the problems. All right, most of the family members, if you are saying about government, if you are saying about about your studies and everything, there are so many students, there are so many people out there that they have lost their family members, all right, they have lost their relatives, so they are already depressed, all right. And if you say such things in comment box in the public platform, then it would create a negative environment, all right. I'm not here to create a negative environment. I don't want all of you to be depressed, all right. So create a positive environment around yourself, that one day everything would be fine, everything would be normal, all right. And at that time we would be able to have something, we would do something, okay. So don't be negative, all right. Boost your morale, all right, and create a positive environment around yourself. Okay, so let's move to our next point. Okay, and this question is given on your screen. You have to consider the following statements regarding the Demo 2 mission. All right, what are the Demo 2 mission? That is, the Demo 2 mission is a part of NASA's Commercial Crew program with the aim of developing reliable and cost-effective access to and from the ISS. And next point is the rocket named Falcon 9, which carried the spaceship into orbit, was also built by SpaceX. And you have to choose the correct statements from the codes given below. Options are only first is correct, only second is correct, all right, both first and second is correct, or none of the above statements are correct. And the correct answer of this question is that both of these statements are correct, all right. So you have to learn this point, all right. So Pradeep is here. Good morning. Let's move to our last question, then we will end up this session. Pranati Nayak, all right. Pranati Nayak is related to which of the following sports? You have to answer. And recently she won the she won the Asian Championship in the year 2019, and she has also been chosen in the quota. In the Asian quota to participate in Tokyo Olympics. All right. So what are the options that are given over here? And your options are snooker, wrestling, shooting, and gymnast. And she is a gymnast. All right. Hani Sai has given the correct answer. That is your gymnastic. And Pranati Nayak has become the second person from your Asia who is going to get this quota, Asian quota, to participate in Tokyo Olympics. All right. And earlier from Sri Lanka, one player from Sri Lanka was also got this Asian quota to participate in the Olympics. All right. So this is the important question that you have to remember. All right. So we will end up our session till here. All right. And okay, UPSC motivation, ma'am, so cute. What's so cute in this? I'm just teaching you. All right, there is no cuteness in my teaching and anything. Okay. Okay, so let's our session end up till here. We will meet again in tomorrow's session, and tomorrow you would be getting 100 questions to practice from for whole of the week. All right, so you have to revise all the important news of this week. All right, and you have to be prepared, because tomorrow it will be a type of test for all of you, and you have to mention your marks at the end of the session. All right, so that's all for today. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Be safe, be motivated, all right, and be positive, and remain at home, stay safe, all right, and keep learning like this. All right, so thank you so much. Have a nice day. And before going, please like the session if you haven't liked it yet, and share it with your friends, and press the notification bell icon, and subscribe the channel. Okay.